Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here, and thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're continuing my 2022 year-end top 10s as we are going to look at my number 5 middleweight in the world right now. He is the undefeated former junior middleweight champion, Jaime Munguia. As Munguia, let me see, he drops one spot from number 4, still only 26 years old. You know, Munguia really made a splash early in his career back in 2018, I think, is when he really burst onto the scene in a major way, and that you know, that really elevated him, you know, onto the scene at a very young age. And now, you know, everybody wants to see what Munguia is going to do. But after a 2021 where he fought decent competition at middleweight and closed it out with a dominant performance over Gabriel Rosado, you know, we just thought we were going to see a much better year in terms of competition for Munguia. Maybe he would finally get that bigger fight. I know he was in negotiations with Triple G earlier in the year, and while he was waiting, he took on some undefeated guy named Demetrius Ballard, dominated him, and, you know, stopped him in 3 rounds. I believe it was 3. And, you know, everybody was okay with that. But then June came around and he decided to fight Jimmy Kelly, who was this Irish middleweight who had upset Kanat Islam, who was an undefeated top 10 middleweight a couple years back. And he went out there and destroyed Jimmy Kelly as well. Well, not destroyed. He stopped him in 5 rounds of a competitive fight, but he stopped him and got him out of there. And then again, you wanted to see him step up the competition, and instead what we got was he took on some guy named Gonzalo Correa, which he knocked out cold in 3 rounds. And it's just, you know, he's winning, but he's not fighting against fighters that he could and should be fighting. And that, in my opinion, is on him. I know the fight with Charlo was on the table, and it fell apart at the 11th hour, according to the two sides, as Golden Boy wanted to be a part of it, you know, and the PBC didn't want that, you know, according to Golden Boy. But Munguia is really dropping the ball in terms of stepping up the competition, and in 2023, he really has to, but he's already passed on a title fight. He was a mandatory number 1 contender for Janabek Alimkhanuly, and he passed on that fight. And it was just a damn shame because he doesn't really have a credible opponent on the table that looks solid for his next fight. And we're probably going to see him return in like March or April against another, you know, lower level opponent that doesn't mean anything, and everybody's not going to be happy about it. So, you know, very disappointed in this guy. I like Munguia. I think he's got a lot of promise, but, you know, it just, you know, if you're not going to fight the best competition that you can fight, and especially go after world titles when you're a top contender, then, you know, to me, you're ducking. And right now, Munguia, in my opinion, is one of the biggest ducks in the sport, and I'm going to tell you that right now. I think Charlo is, I think Demetrius Andrade is, and I think Jaime Munguia goes in that boat of fighters that are ducking, trying to fight real fighters, like real good fighters. And the thing is I would probably favor Munguia to beat Kazakh-style Janabek Alimkhanuly, to be honest. I'd probably favor him. And, you know, it's so disappointing when you have a legitimate crack at a world title and you pass on it almost immediately. So, right now, he stands at, again, I said he was 26. He stands at 41-0 with 33 knockouts, and he's the WBC's and WBO's number 1 ranked contender. If he's not going to fight Kazakh style, which he already passed on, his WBO ranking doesn't mean anything, but maybe he'll try to cash in on Charlo. But if that fight doesn't happen, then he should sign on to fight Carlos Adames, who will be upgraded to champ. But I'm not even confident in that. And you know, hopefully we hear something out of the, you know, the Munguia camp that you know, gives us some hope. But as of right now, I don't know. I just don't see it. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my number 5 middleweight in the world right now. The undefeated former junior middleweight champion, Jaime Munguia. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave the comment, subscribe to the channel as my 2022 year-end top 10s continue. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.